You know, I recognize that these are little nothings, but this is my hometown. And this little park construction that they got here, if it was here when I was here, I guess it could have made a different impact on all our lives. To have a little something, bleachers where you can come and sit in the park and somebody can speak to you or talk to you, or you can put on plays or have some dramatizations or a little instrumentation taking place. All of that stuff is good. You know it's good. Just culture building. You're walking on through here and you're seeing all kinds of stuff happening. And this, I have shared some of these things with you before, but we haven't given up hope. I'm here and I'm hoping that a message that supposedly is traveling the universe about the lies that we've all been raised in and exposed to now would allow us to grow up and do some things, cause some different kinds of things to happen. But it's might gonna take some time, but what I'm asking people to do is not worry about that time. Let's make sure this stuff happens now. Time means that I'll be gone, you'll be gone, and we can't put faith in our children's children. We got to put faith in ourselves. And ourselves, if we can do it, then maybe our children can do it. But until that happens, hold it, bro. We got to hold it. Yeah, and this is my Itta Bena. This is my home in the woods. There used to be a big bank, all of the, well, yeah, was that the bank? Well, no, maybe that was City Hall. All the big business took place. But you can see right now, no business taking place that the birds are not in charge of. And over here we got, used to be a store that was major, but I think right now it's called the Williams Educational Solutions, a place where people can at least have events. You have to rent that place though. And we got all kinds of little things. I thought I'd just spread around a little bit. Yep. And we can see we have something here called the Itta Bena Wash and Go. That was a wash that. Oh man, look at these buildings. Now as I look at this, in my vision, I can see this being all historical stuff. So when we change our society, we need to fix these buildings up and make everything look beautiful again, just like they're supposed to. And then we'll create new buildings depending upon what we need in this particular area that would reflect that. But right now, this is my city, ladies and gentlemen. It used to be a great city, and it still is. That's why we're focusing on it. Well, there's one store that's been here even when I was here, and that was, oh my God, a long time ago. And that's the Chinaman store. The Chinaman. Lee and T Food Market. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, they've been consistent. I know it had to be a changeover several times between the time I was here and now. Tyrone's place over here, and the gas company over there has been over there forever. Ralph Limbo, some music associate. I've heard the name before, can't remember it too good. Just taking this shot. I wish I could read it. I don't have time to do that. The Panama Limited, Victor. Welcome to one of the many sites on the Mississippi Blue Trail. www.msbluestrail.org. BB King, etc., etc. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking you back to an area that just blows my mind. That in the 50s and in the 60s, right here in Itta Bena, people were standing up, voting, trying to get the right to vote, trying to learn the preamble to the Constitution of the United States, doing all those crazy things just to see if they can have something voice in their lives and the situation of their lives. And here is where in Itta Bena, they would get arrested. Churches bombing, and they come to a place like this. This is where Itta Bena jail was at that time. I've shown these pictures to you before. and I just happened to be in the neighborhood again. I thought I'd share them with you again, to look and hear my family members and your family members. Many of yours have been right here. If it wasn't for the freedom struggle, it was for just a Saturday night get together, just being black. I thought kind of share this with you. It's strange. What they call it, the caboose. During the Civil Rights Movement, mass meetings were held at Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church in Itta, register voters, distribute food, and teach citizens how to read and write. On June 18, 1963, more than 70 men, women, and children were arrested and taken to the Itta jail, known locally as the caboose, were assembling for a meeting charged with disturbing the peace and disorderly conduct. 45 black citizens were arrested and sent to the county farm for 58 days and fined. And now my uncle was in that group. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So where you think I should be in the time right now when they're trying to take us back to stuff like that? I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And where are you? Make sure you feel comfortable that you are where you are supposed to be. When I lived here, this was a big, important building. I don't recall right now what the building was for, but I do recognize that in that window over there. Let me see if I can get a little closer, let you see what I think I see. What is that? What is that right there? Huh? What is that? Well, that looks like that flag. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call Morris Street. This is a street that I grew up on. Would you believe it? I grew up on this street, these same old houses. Well, that one right there definitely was here 50, 60 years ago. I used to play with guys who lived there. Some of them have moved on. This house here has been here forever. They kind of trying to give it facelifts. This house right here has been here at least 70 years. This one right here, this was the house next to the house that I used to live in. Ladies and gentlemen, right in here, this was a lot. That place right there is called a bait yard. There used to be a great big old garden. This used to be a house. A house used to exist here. And right here is where I grew up at. But it was a house then. They turned it into a church. Now it's a Christ Temple kitchen. But there was a big garden over on that side, and there was a big garden on this side. I used to work those gardens all the time. My great-grandfather worked the daylights out of me, making sure we had something to eat. But this is where I grew up, in Itta, Bena, Mississippi, on this street, Morris Street. All right. And so this is my hometown. My hometown. Yep.